You know the feeling, right? You set this huge, ambitious goal, you're fired up for a week, and then, poof, it's gone. You're right back where you started. Well, today, in this explainer, we're digging into James Clear's Atomic Habits to find the one tiny rule that changes absolutely everything.
But let me ask you something. What if you could get wildly, unbelievably better at anything you want? I'm talking nearly 38 times better in just 1 year. Sounds impossible, right? Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Well, check this out. The math doesn't lie. The actual number is 37.78. So how do you pull off that kind of insane growth? By getting just 1% better every single day. That's it. That's the whole secret.
So how in the world is that even possible? It's not some kind of magic trick. It's just math. It's the power of the compound effect. And it's the engine that drives this entire idea. Just picture a tiny snowball at the top of a hill. Every day your little habit rolls, it picks up more snow, getting bigger and faster, until it's a full-blown avalanche of results.
James Clear puts it perfectly. Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. You know those tiny choices you make today? Reading one page, doing one push-up, skipping one sugary drink? They don't just add up. Oh no, they multiply. They're literally defining the person you're going to be tomorrow.
Okay, but if the math is so simple, why is it so ridiculously hard to stick with it? Clear says it's because we're all playing the wrong game. We get so obsessed with the goals, we forget what actually gets us there. We should be obsessed with systems.
So what's the real difference? Well, a goal is the finish line, right? I want to write a novel. A system, on the other hand, is the road you walk every single day to get there. I will write 200 words right after my morning coffee. See? Goals tell you where you're going. Systems are what actually move your feet.
The legendary football coach Bill Walsh lived by this idea. He wasn't focused on winning the Super Bowl. He was obsessed with making sure every single player did their job perfectly on every single play. He knew that if the system was flawless, the score takes care of itself. Because here's the tough pill to swallow. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems.
All right, but we got to talk about the hardest part. That moment where you're putting in all this work, day after day, and you're seeing, well, nothing. It feels awful, and honestly, it's where most people just give up. Clear has a name for this. He calls it the Valley of Disappointment.
Does this sound familiar? I've been hitting the gym for a month, but I look exactly the same. Or, I've been practicing guitar every day, and I still sound like a dying cat. This is that make or break moment. But here's the thing, your effort wasn't wasted, not even a little bit.
What's really happening is you're on something called the plateau of latent potential. All that hard work, it's not gone. It's just being stored up. Think about an ice cube. If you raise the temperature from -10 degrees to -1, it's still a block of ice, right? Nothing looks different. But all that energy is building up, waiting for the breakthrough at 0 degrees. You just have to hang in there until you hit that tipping point.
So I'm genuinely curious. What's that one habit that has you stuck in the valley right now? Drop it in the comments below. Seriously, there's so much power in seeing that you're not the only one fighting that uphill battle, just waiting for the ice to melt.
Okay, so how do we actually push through that valley? How do we build systems that finally stick? This, my friends, is the heart of the whole book. It's the practical, step-by-step playbook, the 4 laws of behavior change.
This is it, the big reveal. Every single habit you have, good or bad, follows this simple 4-step loop. If you want to build a good habit, you have to make it obvious. You make the craving attractive, you gotta want it. You make the action itself easy, as little friction as possible. And finally, you make it satisfying so your brain gets a little reward. And breaking a bad habit, you just do the exact opposite. Make it invisible, unattractive, difficult, and deeply unsatisfying.
Let's just grab that first law, make it obvious. Here is a genius little trick called habit stacking. Instead of trying to find some new time in your day, just bolt your new habit onto an old one. The formula is crazy simple. After I do my current habit, I will do my new habit. Like, after I brush my teeth at night, I will lay out my gym clothes for the morning. Simple, clear, and totally obvious.
Look, this whole framework is a total game changer. But the real goal here isn't just about doing new things.
The deepest, most lasting change happens when we start to be someone new. It's about connecting your habits to your identity. This is such a huge shift in thinking. The goal isn't to run a marathon. The goal is to become a runner. The goal isn't to write a book, it's to become a writer. Once that habit becomes part of who you are, part of your identity, you stop having to force yourself. You're just being you.
And that brings us to maybe the single most important line in the entire book. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. Every single time you choose the salad over the fries, you're casting a vote for I am a healthy person. Every time you write just one sentence, you cast a vote for I am a writer. These tiny actions are the proof you give yourself that you are actually changing.
So, as you go about your day, think about that. Look at the little things you're doing. Who are you casting your votes for? Who are you becoming today? Thanks for watching.